Okay. I think we're live, but let me see if the chat turns on. That's how I tell. I see a picture of my screen.
Yay, you're live!
Well, I don't see anything in the chat yet, so you never know. It could just be the screen. Oh, there's a person. Oh, it's you. It's only you.
More people are here.
Oh, cool. Hi, everybody. Hello, hello. Hello. I meant to announce this for you guys, but I forgot. So, surprise! We're live streaming. Merry Christmas in July.
I hate Christmas. It's cheap.
YouTube has informed me that I could insert an ad to make some money.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. How are you all tonight? I'm trying to get my computer set up to the way I want it. I'm kind of balancing it on my knees right now. Oh no, I got calamine lotion on the bottom of my computer.
Yikes.
Oh.
Lilac says, money.
Ugh. It's all over my battery. Ugh. Excuse us while we have technical difficulties.
Corky says, please don't torture us for money.
Please don't torture you for money. I don't know if I'd constitute an ad torture. Calamine lotion all over all my stuff right now. It's in my car, it's in my bed. Now it's on my computer. This is fabulous. You shaved your eyebrow wrong and now it looks horrible? Why would you shave your eyebrow? How am I doing? I'm doing okay. I've been better. How's my summer going? Well, I have poison ivy and it's really bad. So, that's special. Especially torturous. You want to talk about torture? Try waking up at 2 in the morning because your poison ivy hurts so bad you can't sleep. But it was a choice that I made, and I knew I would get poison ivy, and I did it anyways. So that's what it is. Can you say "What's up, Haley Pep" to embarrass coexistent human? Okay, I done it. You have 3 questions. Go ahead and ask them. I have stuff on my leg that's supposed to make the poison ivy stop hurting. So until it dries, I cannot actually put my computer on my leg to draw. So the chat gets a special attention right now. How did you get poison ivy? Well, there's this stretch of fence that had years and years and 5 feet of saltbriar and trees and Mustang grape and poison ivy in it. And I was working with someone else who's not allergic to poison ivy, so I had them clear that because I'm very allergic to it. You can smell the pain. And it wasn't enough. I think I got it in my bloodstream because it's all over my body, but it's really bad on my legs. You think Texas is hot right now? Abigail, is Texas hot right now?
Yeah.
Abigail has heat exhaustion right now. So, she's helping me from her sick bed / couch because it's so hot here that we're dying, literally.
110 in the shade.
Yeah, 110 in the shade. I had a funny story. My priest was just visiting Scotland. So he was like in the cool location where it's apparently, according to him, 65, which is like freezing. Freezing. It was 86 in the night. And I was like, man, it's cold out here.
Oh boy.
And he come home and he was like, anybody living in Texas is practicing for hell because that's how hot it is. He's a funny guy. Some questions. Who is that in the background? It's my friend, Abigail. She is chat mod.
Hello, guys.
And I'm using her Wi-Fi.
I'm obviously the star here.
Everybody loves her more than me, and I'm crashing on her couch, and she lets me watch her TV, so I love her.
I think this is just reconfirming that you are indeed 12. Just put that out there.
Cyprus, I started Fablehaven. It's so good. I took the recommendation for you and do not regret it. I am so glad. That is awesome. It's a really good series. Really, anything by Brandon Mull is. He's fabulous. Hi, Clixie. It's always nice when you're on stream. Question, when will you be opening commissions again? Dude, why don't I be opening commissions again? Oh, I'm so busy right now. It's not even funny. Like, just unbelievably busy. So, when I have time. Soon, I need the money, so soon, but when I have time. Are you and Abigail roommates? No, we are not. It would be fun if we were. I wish we were.
Smokescreen said I should just take over the school.
Oh, hey, Smokescreen! It's nice to see you, too. I have all my favorite people here. All 2 of the people that I recognize. Oh, I recognize, there's a couple other people who I would know. Mostly commissioners who I recognize because they give me so much money. Nice commissioners, I should clarify. People who I enjoy working with. When did you start drawing, and when did you consider creating a YouTube channel? I started drawing ages and ages ago, like 6, 7 years. It's been a while. Digital art, maybe 4 or 5 years. Well, closer to 6 now. And I don't really remember, like, having ambitions to create a channel. Just kind of happened. I was just doing stuff, and, you know, eventually it kind of became a thing, and now it's a thing. I never was like, oh, I want to be a YouTuber. A lot of kids are, but I did not want to be a YouTuber. I barely knew what that was. You bought stuff from my Redbubble shop? That is awesome! Somebody once did an unboxing video of my Redbubble stuff, and I legitimately still watch that today. That is the coolest thing I've ever been sent. Like, I giggle like a mad woman when I see that. It is so amazing. And I asked last Christmas for people to send me pictures of, like, merch that they got for Christmas. And, like, that is the coolest thing. Like, legitimately, like, it's cooler than fan art. It's cooler than, like, I get some nice compliments. It's even kind of cooler than that. Because it's like somebody bought my physical thing, and, like, now my art is somewhere in the world. That is just amazing.
That is cool.
It's so cool.
That is.
Yeah. And, like, somebody did an unboxing video on that. That's awesome. You're talking to your biggest idol. Well, that's sweet. I try to be a good role model. For the most part.
Kinda.
Kinda. Ouch. I haven't seen Smokescreen in the chat. Abigail said they were there. I ain't seen the username.
Yeah.
I'm blind. Scrolling up trying to find
Do
them.
you have Venus flytrap? She should. That would.
Do I have a Venus flash? Oh, I see ya.
Yes.
You should have your friend take over the stream. Yeah, well, everybody loves Abigail. How much does a commission cost? Anywhere from $15 to $50. Depends on what you get. Broski, I live in Texas and it gets higher than 100 here. It was like, it's been 110 all week. For the last week and a half.
Oh, yeah.
And the heat index has been 115, 120. It's bad.
Smokescreen says good role model. Sleeps on friend's couch.
Okay, look.
Oh,
We both sleep on the couch. It's a big couch.
true.
So it's not just me. Clixie is actually drawing as you watch this. That's cool. I'm about to be drawing. You went to Texas for vacation in the summer? Man, I don't know what your options were, but you picked the wrong one. I love Texas, but if you're going to vacation somewhere, vacation to Texas in the fall. My leg's almost dry, and then I can put my computer on it.
That's good.
Yeah, this stuff dries very slow.
You should have your friend draw something.
She drew me a beautiful picture once that I kept.
Oh.
It's a picture of Lloyd from Ninjago. I bet I could find it.
I just found that the other
I know,
day.
I kept it. It's so funny.
No.
It's a beautiful, beautiful stick figure of Lloyd with a cape. I don't know why he has a cape. But it's helpfully labeled Lloydie and then with an arrow capey, just in case I couldn't tell what the cape was, and I couldn't. It's like drawn on lined paper. It's hilarious. It's like my favorite thing in the whole world.
Oh my gosh, I remember that.
You live in Phoenix for 12 years, and in the summer it's even hotter than Texas. That is true. There are states that are hotter than Texas, but I would argue that Texas is worse because we have the humidity. We have like 80% humidity the last couple of weeks. It has been bad. Like, I would much rather have dry heat than the humidity.
You know, my sister's planning on going to Alaska.
Oh, that's cool. My mom used to live in Alaska.
That's neat.
I went to Alaska. The tour bus guide has ruined bald eagles for me. You know their sound is actually a red sparrow. Oh, that's cool. My mom used to live in Alaska. She lived in Alaska for so long that she almost didn't meet my dad. So Alaska almost robbed you all of my brilliance. And I say that with great humility. My family's wanted to visit Alaska forever, and I do not. I don't like the cold, or the heat, or anything, but especially the cold.
Yeah.
So...
Pumpkin says, my aunt lives in a place where the humidity is so bad that they can't hang their clothes out to dry because they don't dry. That sounds bad.
Question 3, is there a limit to how many commissions I can ask for at once? Not necessarily, as long as you're willing to pay for them all. It would depend on the situation. Like, it would probably take longer for you to get them all done because I would want to also, like, do stuff for other people, you know, so that I can kind of, like, you know, help more than one person at once. So it might take a while. Like, I don't know if y'all remember Clixie, they commissioned me to do like 7 dragons, and usually my turnaround would be like a week, 2 weeks if I'm busy. And it took me like a month and a half, I think, for them, and they were super patient with me. But I mean, it's a big project, you know, and it would be the same thing if it was more than one commission. It would just take longer. So you'd be on the list, but you'd have to have lots of patience for me. Oh, you gotta go in 30 minutes? No! You got a D&D group session? Good luck, man. I did get out of jail in my D&D. I'm still wanted, but I'm not actively in jail. Currently, we fought a flesh golem called Mumble the Scarecrow. Yeah, we killed him. We're climbing up a rickety 180-foot tower right now, and the villain is laughing at us as we climb the stairs. So I'm not very confident in us right now. But we're trying. Funny story, my family member went to Texas for a work trip, and it was like cold for Texas, and everyone was wearing blankets, and my family member got there in a t-shirt, and people thought she was crazy. I can confirm. I've had people come, you know, who were like from northern states, and it's like, oh, it's 50 degrees, I'm dying, and they're like out here in a tank top. And then on the flip side, I went to Wisconsin one summer, and it was like 60 degrees up there, and the whole group that I was with was like freezing, and everyone else was like burning alive. So I just think it's interesting.
That's crazy.
You have such a talent. Thank you for sharing. You should draw more hive wings. Wait, what? You can commission you to draw something for them. Please tell me how you do that. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you. I have a form you can fill out. They're just not frequently open because I'm very busy all the time. When Smokescreen answers what class they are, tell me. I want to know.
In D&D?
Yeah.
Paladin.
Paladin? Dude.
The builds I go for are tanky supports.
Cool. That is a tough class to play. I play a rogue, so it kind of lets me like mess around to my heart's desire. Paladins are cool. My one of our party members plays a paladin, and he does come through. Of course, the paladin didn't save me from getting arrested, but that's great. I hope you won't get back in jail anytime soon. You and me both. You and me both. Because the jail is called the Hells, and I'm pretty sure I got mind controlled while I was there. So I don't want... Yeah, right? And the judge who was going to hear my case ended up being in charge of a human sacrificing cult. So I don't expect he would have been very fair to me. And the rest of the judges don't really like my group now because we killed that guy. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a developing situation.
I asked if you plan on doing any gaming videos. I think you should recount the only game you play.
Okay, I play 2 games now.
Oh, fancy.
My boyfriend introduced me to this little Transformers racing game on my phone, and I'm a little bit obsessed with it. I'm more than halfway through all the villains.
Oh my God.
It's been like a month and a half. It's bad. So I play Boomerang Fu and... Smokescreen, the favorite character you've ever made was a Pathfinder character, dwarf paladin with heavy armor. Ooh, that sounds like it paired well. This sounds like an interesting D&D session. They are interesting. All the girls at work are like waiting desperately for the next drama from my D&D session.
Really?
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Whew. What is the stream about? And can you do a what if based on Kinkajou dying when she was thrown against the tree, or what if the rain wings found Moon's egg? The stream's just like me drawing and chatting, hanging out, and I don't remember enough from the second arc to do any what ifs from it, really. Maybe like some generalized stuff, but I'm gonna have to like reread the second arc. It's been on my list of things to do for a while. It's probably gonna stay there. But I would need to reread that in order to do what ifs on it because I don't remember enough from it. And y'all are like very good about catching the things that I mess up and correcting me, so I want to make sure I get it right. How do you download Krita on an iPad? I think it's only for PC. I could be wrong, but you'd have to look at their website for that. What am I drawing? I think I'm drawing whiteout, unless my opinion changes. I think. That's kind of my plan. I really like the design that I used for her from my, the meme I did with her lately. Oops. Did you read Warrior Cats? Not anymore, but I read up until like the 5th or 6th series when I was younger. Good series. She's gonna eat you. Aw, she needs loving. Pixie, question, do you like cheesecake, and if so, what is your favorite flavor? Mine is Oreo. I do like cheesecake. My mother loves it, like a ton. I don't know. I don't eat it enough to have like a specific flavor that I like more than others. I just like cheesecake. When I was a kid, I tried to make my mom a cheesecake for her birthday, like 8 or 10 years old. And cheesecake, if you've ever made it, you know, is very difficult to make, especially when you're 8 or 10 years old and you don't like cooking. But I was determined because I did not have money to buy her one. So I was determined to try, and it was disgusting. But my mom was a total trooper about it and drowned it in chocolate syrup and ate it with a brave face because she's a boss. And I've never tried it since. I've bought her a cheesecake every year since because
That's cool.
Fool me once, shame on you, but I'm not making that mistake twice.
Yeah.
I've been told that I have a very loud fan noise, and that is the AC. It's very important to my continued existence, so that's not going anywhere.
Oh my gosh.
The only time I ever turn my AC off is when I'm recording videos, and it's rough. How yeah, ours always cracks. Your mom sounds nice. She's very nice. She has legendary patience.
Rain City says, I know your weakness. Activate bananas.
I don't like bananas, that's true. Yeah, if you've been here for a while, you might remember that I said that I'm the oldest of 6 children. So that ought to tell you just how much patience my mother has. Because she kept going after me. I understand the AC being important to your insistence. You should make a D&D inspired dragon. Wow! It's almost like they know the project that I've been working on in secret. You, my friend, are going to be very happy here in a few months if my project stays on schedule.
A few months?
Well, more like a few weeks now. I think maybe a month and a half. You're going to be very happy here shortly. Let me just put it that way.
Oh, that's why you're sleeping in a friend's couch.
No, it's just because I like my friend.
Thank you.
Somebody wants to know if they can get a Ninjago commission on line paper from you.
Oh my gosh.
She charges $300 a minute.
Yes.
So her expertise is not without its costs.
True.
I have the perk of being her bestest bud, so I get free drawings.
Yeah, obviously. We exchange room and board for
Oh
drawings.
crap, I did that on the wrong layer.
Can you make winter in a
Oops.
coconut? That would be super cute.
In a coconut?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not a bad idea.
No, that's actually super cute.
That'd be like some of the cute like chibi stuff that people
Yeah.
do. I really want to do like, you know those drawings people do where it's like a character in a bottle or like in a teacup or something?
Love those.
That stuff is so cute. I want to do something like that.
It is.
That would be a neat series to do.
That
Maybe
reminds
that
me of
can.
your little terrarium ones.
Yeah. I got like those stickers I got like a sticker pack lately that's like cute aesthetic bottles and stuff. That type of deal.
That's awesome, yeah.
I'm kind of out of like main characters at least to do my Wings of Fire with food thing with, so maybe that could be my next project.
Sounds cool. Wacky asks, what advice would you give to your younger self?
I don't know, probably like have patience with yourself. I was always really stressed when I was younger that I wasn't improving fast enough, but like I got there, so patience, it's a virtue. I'm all wise now.
Sure. Smokescreen said in your terms of service it says asking for stupid stuff, and I want
What?
to know what that is.
Wait, where does it say?
I noticed.
Where do I have stupid stuff in my terms of service? Hang on, I gotta research this. Hang on a minute. Stupid stuff. Let me go to my terms of service.
Stupid stuff is a general statement.
Hang on, I'm gonna find it. I'm getting there. My computer's very slow. Commission request form, which will take me to the terms of service.
Snicket wants to know your opinion on Gale from the Hunger Games.
He was better than PETA, but I dislike both of them.
But Finnick
We actually,
is the best.
Finnick is the best. Not as like a love interest for Katniss, but he is the best.
Katniss
Him
is
and
dumb.
Annie.
Katniss
Yeah,
deserves
we
nobody.
we had a discussion about this at work the other day. Even my boss got into it. We
Oh
were
my
like, "Who do
God.
you like Katniss with?" And even my boss was like, "Oh yeah, Peeta's better than Gale." And then I was like, "I don't like either of them."
He just like a lump on the
And they were like,
wall.
"What?"
He just like, if I die, nobody's gonna miss me, Katniss. Like, what a martyr.
Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna Control F. Stupid. That word's not even in this document. Where does it say stupid stuff?
They said that's a general
Oh, is that
statement.
okay? Are you? That might just be in my rules. So when you say stupid stuff, what statement is that generalizing? I'm really curious. I wrote those a long time ago. Hat Gamer Thing said, Cyprus, you're such a big inspiration to me. Your tutorials have affected my sketch style so much. I love your art. Well, that's very sweet of you. I'm so glad. Let me know when they answer where it was in my
Yeah.
form. I'm like super curious now.
All I wanted was funny stories. I forget the exact terms, but I think it was something about negotiations.
In the doc?
About your terms of service.
Boogie. I tried to make him like sound professional.
Do not ask for dumb things, you heathen.
The only place that I can think of where it would be that type of thing is like my like wills and won'ts.
Your
I
will?
No, like what I
No,
will
I
draw and
know.
what I won't draw.
Yeah.
Because I think I say something along the lines of like, like what I'm talking about that I won't do.
Clixie wants to know what color my eyes are. They're black. Like
They are
my
not
soul.
black. They are brown.
Hey, no, they're not. You're not even
Yes, they are. What color are they? Come on.
They're hazel green.
Oh my, hazel green.
You're
Get a
not
life.
my real mom.
Get a life. They're brown. My goodness, you're sad. Hazel green. You sound like a YA novel protagonist.
Thanks.
His eyes were hazel green, like starlight on a mossy rock.
Oh my gosh. His hair flips like he had just come out of the pool. Right. Cinnamon Roll wants you to make a blueberry original character.
Nope. I don't want to. You can't make me. Do you know what you're drawing? If so, what? It is whiteout. Hey Cyprus, should I get into D&D? If I do, where should I start? Can't help you there. I have no idea. I'm really lucky that I'm able to play D&D. I wanted to forever, and I'm kind of in like a. There weren't any groups in my area that I knew of. You kind of have to find a group. It's hard to start your own, especially if you've never played. I was lucky though. My library had like a D&D session, and I ran into a gentleman there who was very into it, and I made a Monty Python joke that he recognized, and we got to chatting. I know, right? He was looking to DM, and I was looking to play, so it took us like 2 years, I think, to get a group together, but we did, and that's who I play with. So I did like help start a group, but in the barest of ways. It was really all him, and I just like helped find people to play, I guess, because I don't DM. You know, he had all the materials, and there's like a lot. Materials can be expensive. Not that you can't play, you know, in an inexpensive way. You can do homebrew and stuff, but I don't know what to tell you there. You'd have to ask someone more knowledgeable than me. I am but a mere hobbyist. You still read the comments? Also, I think I've seen your art on Amazon, and it is stolen. Yes, I'm aware. I can't get them to take it down. It's a thorn in my side. Please don't buy it if you see it. It's not me. Same with like any artist, at least for Wings of Fire, that you see on Amazon. That's not us. That's companies stealing our art. Like, if you're gonna buy stuff from an artist, go to their socials and follow the links, because if an artist has a store, they will link it. Trust me, we want sales. And only ever follow links from their official socials, because otherwise, you know, you're not supporting an artist if you're, you know, buying stolen art. And I do still read the comments, actually. I was doing that just earlier. Sometimes I go a few days before catching up, but I really enjoy doing that.
What is your least favorite tribe?
Mudwings or Skywings. Just not much there. Although I do think Mudwings are fun to play around with the design. Probably Skywings if I had to pick one. You wish you had money to throw at me for support. Your art is amazing. Well, that's very sweet of you. I appreciate it. Oh, thank you. Frozen Yogurt donated $10 and asked, what is my favorite tribe and why? That's very kind of you. I appreciate it. My favorite tribe is probably Sea Wings or Sandwings. Sandwings, I love the aesthetic, and I love like the setup of their tribe. I know I've talked about that before. And I've just always liked Sea Wings because I love playing in the water. I very much appreciate your support. Which Wings of Fire character do you relate to the most? Definitely Tsunami, because she's an older sister. That's why she was my favorite when I was a kid. That's like a good portion of my identity.
True.
Did you say poor me?
No, I said true.
Okay, I was gonna say, that's a good thing. I've been looking up some cool tutorials lately about like how to do different chibi art techniques.
We should
Interesting
watch
stuff.
Ruby Chibi sometime. It's so cute. It's its own show.
I want to get through this plotline first, or I'm gonna go insane.
Now I'm going to show you a whole Ruby Chibi episode to distract you.
Cyprus, I relate most to Tsunami too. She's definitely like an archetype, you know?
Zoo says those wings are scrumptious.
Thank you. Every now and again I draw a wing and I'm like, dang, I'm good at this. It's funny.
That's cool.
Yeah. Most of the time it's like, well, that's passable. But every now and again, like, I don't know. God guides my hand, I guess.
What if Keebley accepted Darkstalker's offer?
I have gotten that suggestion a bunch. And I don't know what to do with it. So it's on the list. I will tell you, I wrote What If Sky and Peril switched places today. I didn't really have any ideas for that, but y'all asked for it a ton, and what the crowd wants. So I muddled my way through, and it's
Give
not
the people
terrible.
what they want. Happy Axelot wants to know your opinion on snails.
They die unsatisfactorily.
Wow, your brother had a snail. I think he named it Larry.
In my defense, growing up, snails were like a problem because they ate our garden.
Oh, I know. Absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm not like a huge snail
They
fan.
used to like suck the insides out of
Yeah.
my parents' fruit trees.
And you can't kill them all.
I know.
We never got rid of our snails. We moved houses. Not because of the snails, but I'm like, we never beat the snails. The snails beat us.
Yeah.
I feel like people only like snails when they have never experienced snails' destructive natures.
My boss's daughter came in. She's like 8, and she was eating with her dad. She's like, "Dad, I got a snail." And the dad was like, "Honey, snails eat mommy's garden. We don't like snails." And then he tried to like put it outside, and she went and she got it. He's like, "It's your fault if it eats mommy's flowers."
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, we would like, every morning we're going to go out and salt all the snails in the garden, and we never got rid of them all. And my mom still, to this day, has the salt shaker that we had back then that is glued back together. You know that cracked salt shaker? I broke that. Dropping it.
That's your
I dropped
shaker.
it. Yeah, we would go outside and shake it on the snails. And I dropped it on the porch. We had a tiled porch. I dropped it and it shattered. And my mom glued it back together because she loved it so much. That's how cool my mom is. Wow. She glued a ceramic salt shaker back together, y'all. And
crazy.
Still uses it to this day. And I broke that salting snails. She tells that story on occasion. It's like, yeah, this salt shaker was the one this little sweetheart broke 8 million years ago.
Happy Axolotl says, "Now I'm just imagining a snail like, give me your plants, punk. Come on, fight me."
Well, it's never just one snail, okay? You have to understand that it's like a million snails. And you could kill them all, and then the next day there's a million more. I don't know how fast snails reproduce, but there were so many of them. And they're really more night, like they're nocturnal. I don't know if they technically are, or if it's like an early morning thing, but they're really more active when you're not. So it's hard to find them. You go out as early as you can in the morning, and there's only a few left, you know? Can't believe y'all got me talking about snails. Versago, thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. The Great Snail War, Cyprus 0, Snails 1. Ouch! Okay, I salted a lot of snails before I broke the salt shaker. Snails are cool. I mean, they're interesting. Smokescreen, I may or may not have broken one of those fancy eggs that had the spinning people in them when I was small. It remained hidden for 5 years. That's funny. I didn't break a ton of stuff when I was little. I broke a lot of windows.
My brother broke a window with a water balloon. He launched it right into our kitchen window and it shattered.
Yeah, the house that I grew up in had single pane windows, which means it's an older style. It means there's just one pane of glass. Yeah. So what that translates to is they break very easily. Yeah. We broke chairs so many ways, or windows so many ways. Once with a chair. The window thing brought chairs to my mind.
Oh my God.
But I broke a lot of windows, and I broke a lot of picture frames, and I broke one salt shaker. And that's all that I remember. I didn't break any bones.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't break a lot as a child.
I was okay. I wasn't terrible.
Yeah, I know.
It was all glass. What do you expect me to do? I'm a kid. Glass breaks very easily.
Yeah, I stuck a butter knife in the wall socket, though, when I was a baby.
I never did that. My brother did. He did that with his pocket knife. And then my uncle, who's like he's a hobbyist smith, he tried to bang the dings out of it for him.
Oh my gosh.
Jessica Allen asks, I'm going to die on the floor if you read this. Do you have a website that we can buy things on? Please do a what if for Leaf Wings if they won the tree wars. Sky would be broken. I'm probably not going to do a what if on that because I don't have any inspiration for that. Maybe someday. And as far as website, I do have a page on Redbubble, and there's always links to that in my description of my videos. And then there's a link on my channel too. And then I don't have an Etsy yet. It's just Redbubble right now. Nice. I am going to have an Etsy at some point. I'm not sure what all I'm going to do with it, but I want to have one. So.
Holy Sweet Tea wants to know if I draw dragons. No.
No, she draws Lloydie and Capey.
I mean, I do
That
write,
is
though.
it. She does write. She writes fabulous books.
Aww.
And then kills my favorite characters for revenge for things that I already said that I'm sorry for, and then has the nerve to laugh about it in my face years later. Not that I'm bitter, it's just something she did.
I's brother's friend stuck a dart in an electrical
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
There's like a few things I feel like that every child does.
Yeah.
And that is one of them. I don't know why. I guess we all have the same, brain for foolish mistakes, I guess. I don't know.
Cyprus the goat.
Call me a goat? Why am I a goat?
Greatest of all time.
Oh, I knew that. Thank you.
Smokescreen's leaving for their D&D game.
Have fun. It was nice to chat with you.
They forgot to link me their writing again.
Oh.
Rip. I guess I'll have to get it next time.
It's a hard knock life for you.
Yeah, right? Do you prefer potatoes mashed or fried? Funny thing about potatoes is your stomach thinks all potatoes are mashed.
That's not nearly as funny as you think it is.
It is funny.
I like potatoes probably more mashed, but my family has history of making amazing mashed potatoes. I don't generally like them from restaurants and stuff. But I like potatoes a lot of ways. I love me some starchy potatoes. Potatoes are delicious. And they're also cheap, which meant I ate them a lot as a child.
Yeah.
My brothers, some of whom eat like horses, eat potatoes like apples.
Really? Oh
my mom tells a story where she was cooking with one of my brothers once, and she turned around and he was eating the potatoes he was supposed to be peeling. Just eating straight a raw potato, no salt, no butter, no nothing.
That's bad for you.
It's not. It's not bad for you, but it's certainly not appetizing. But he was hungry, so he ate the potato.
Oh, wow.
And she's always and I was trying to get him to be take 5 seconds and put salt and butter on the potato. It's much better. I'm hungry now. I don't want to do that. It's funny. He's not a great cook.
My great-grandmother ate garlic cloves. Yikes. I couldn't do that.
Grandma Cyprus, will you make me mashed potatoes?
Oh my gosh.
I would, but I am not very good at making mashed potatoes. I don't know why. I was over at my boyfriend's for dinner a while ago, and his grandma made the most amazing potatoes ever. They were so soft. They was like perfect. And I asked her how she did it, and did not understand what she said, and I live in sadness because I will never be able to recreate her perfect potatoes. But for one night, I had them, and it was like a little bit of heaven on earth. I was playing a game with his family the other night, and one of his brothers, because I've shown them all my art, one of his brothers, we were playing a game where it's like we were drawing pictures on their whiteboard, and we were drawing Loki, and my drawing was a flattering depiction, I tell you what. It was not. But we were judging whose was best, and one of his brothers goes, she's always the best artist, and it was so sweet. Aww, I know. I was so like, "Aw." It's adorable. And my drawing was so bad too. I like intentionally made it horrible. Cyprus, do you ever sleepwalk? I used to, and once my dad caught me dragging my clothes hamper out the front door. I don't sleepwalk. Several of my siblings have issues with sleep talking and sleepwalking, but I do not.
With his eyes open sometimes.
Yes, I have a brother that sleeps with his eyes open. It is extremely freaky.
That is odd, man.
Yes. But I don't have any of those problems. I kind of sleep like a rock when I'm able to. Except for when I have poison ivy, evidently.
That's true.
And no music tonight, by the way, because I don't have my earbuds. I forgot them, so no music.
Falling off the job.
My laptop speakers are busted, and they have been busted ever since I got this laptop used. So, earbuds or nothing.
Alcon says, my dad has a story. One time my uncle was sleepwalking, and it was a Saturday, and my dad drove him to their school and left him there.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my gosh!
True story, my sister once sang the entire Cheeseburger in Paradise song in her sleep. If you don't know the song, which most of you probably don't, look it up. It's hilarious. It's called Cheeseburger in Paradise.
Oh my god.
She sang the whole thing correctly in her sleep, and I have witnesses because we were in a hotel room. So it's not like I'm the only one who was there.
That's crazy.
Several people witnessed this phenomenon. We didn't wake her up because it felt like sacrilege to do so. We had to experience the cheeseburger.
That's crazy.
It's a funny song. He's like a vegan, or I haven't heard it in a while. He's like a vegan or a vegetarian or something, or he's on a diet, and he's like dreaming about a cheeseburger, and he's talking about how delicious it's going to be, right? It's a good song. He's a funny singer.
Oh, have you ever drawn a dragon, like holding a dragon fruit? That would be super cute.
I don't know what dragon fruit is, though.
I
should.
It looks so good. It's like deep purple, and it has little black seeds. It's super aesthetic.
That's a very strange looking fruit.
Which is very cute.
True story, one time you walked in your dresser and knocked it over. Oof. Do you have a cat? If so, what is its name? I have 8 cats right now. 4 of them are kittens. We have Mama Cat, and you can guess which one that is. And then the kittens are named, gosh, don't laugh. The kittens are named Spots, which is stupid.
Sweet Cat Jr.
It's Kitty Most Pookums Jr., which is also
That's
stupid.
not what your brother told me.
Okay, well, that's what they told me.
Barney.
Barney. And Barney's weird. Her tail is twisted and kinked. But she's very sweet. I gotta say, Barney's probably my favorite. She's a sweetie. And Captain Riz Kitty.
Oh my god.
Which is hilarious. No. Captain Spaz Kitty. They changed his name. Captain Spaz Kitty.
I like Riz.
I like Captain Riz Kitty better, too. But they're calling him They're calling her Captain Spaz Kitty. And then I also have... I have 7 cats. One of them died. Who are the other 2? Oh, Sleek Black Race Car and Sweet One. And I think LeMange died. I haven't seen her in like 2 months.
LeMange.
She had mange, man.
Oh.
She was very sweet, though.
Whatever happened to Tree Stump?
Tree Stump?
You had a cat named Tree Stump.
It's been gone for a while, if I did.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, well. Such is life. Can't be bestirred to care about cats.
My cat's name is Kitty Pet.
Kitty Pet. It's funny. I see we have a Warriors fan in the chat.
My cat's name is Mayhem. Oh, that's quite a name.
I think Tree Stump was like a little orange tabby kitten that I had, and I'm fairly certain my dog ate
Yeah,
her.
because it was like around the same time you had Bucky Barnes.
I'm like 90% certain Bandit ate that kitten.
Oh,
Because
why?
I don't know. Maybe he just escaped and disappeared magically.
Why would Bandit eat a kitten?
I don't know. It'd be out of character for him, but he was always nosing around him.
Aw.
I don't know, but he also is just like, he's always super like interested in our kittens. He's always like, ooh, what's this? So
Yeah.
maybe he was just like being curious and the cat really did just wander off. I called him Tree Stump and everyone else called him Garfield, which is stupid.
That's dumb.
Just 'cause he's an orange tabby cat doesn't mean you have to succumb to the naming schema.
Somebody in the chat asked, do you love Deathbringer more than your boyfriend?
Oh my goodness. My boyfriend watches these live streams. Y'all are going to get me in trouble. And no, I don't. Do I like a literal assassin more than my actual boyfriend? No. My boyfriend stayed up till midnight to make me cookies the other day, and they're
Aw.
delicious. I know.
He's the best.
It's very sweet. Have you eaten a raw potato? What do you think? It's not very good. Have you had dragon fruit? Nope. It's pretty good. You are so creative and awesome at drawing. Are your stickers decals? We are so alike, it's crazy. Thank you. My stickers are not decals. They're just regular stickers. Redbubble does not offer decals as an option. Might do something like that if I had an Etsy, which is something I would like to do, but not feasible at the moment.
Ooh, this girl in the chat has 5 cats. Poseidon, Coraline, Persephone, Iris,
cool.
and Pollia. That is super cool.
Those are nice names.
Skypey says hello to Cyprus's boyfriend.
I used to have like cool cat names, but I go through so many cats that now it's just like, pff, what the heck.
Deathbringer 0, Cyprus's boyfriend. 626262262277778.
I don't know what that means.
It means like 0 points to Deathbringer.
Oh, I
and
got
that
you.
many to.
Oh, I gotcha.
That's cute.
Yeah, I had a cat named Bucky Barnes. She did not have a tail. I had a cat named Pepper Potts. I had a cat named Indiana Jones, all female. I had a Han Solo cat. I had a Zuko, also Batman. He had 2 names. My uncle called him something else that I will not say on stream, but it was funny.
My cat's name is the one who gets into stuff, but we nicknamed him the one.
Yeah, at some point our cats just became like whatever we refer to them as. That's why we have a cat named the Nice One, because that's what we referred to her as. We live on a road that a lot of semis drive on, so
Aww.
yeah, my cats. Well, okay, it's the semis, but also we have feral cats nearby, so I think a lot of our cats just disappear to join their feral brethren. So it's a
Wishful
mixture.
thinking.
It's not wishful thinking. I know a couple of my cats did. One of our neighbors picked them up and sent us a picture. We had a cat named Pouncer, and she was an amazing mouser. And we got this new dog that she didn't like, so she left, and then one of our neighbors found her, gave her back. Pouncer left again, so we let the neighbor keep her. Pouncer had an inglorious end as an inside kitty. She was the best mouser we ever had.
Yeah.
Faux show.
Our cat Clover is super good about that. We don't see her much, but every once in a while she'll have a rat.
Cyprus, most of my family lives in Texas, so whenever we visit them, I'll know I'm in the same state as you. That's cool. It's a big state, but that's cool. I have friends that live in smaller states, and they'll be like, oh, what'd you do today? And I'll be like, oh, I just drove over to here, there, 45 minutes, an hour and a half, just a little visit. And they're like, that's like, I could drive across my state in that time. And it's funny. Plus, like in Texas, I was reading this in one of my government courses for college. Public transportation is not as common, especially because we have so many like big rural areas. That's kind of a thing in like rural states. So people in Texas apparently just do a lot of driving because, in cities there's public transportation, but out here there's like Greyhound buses, I guess, if you have no fear of death. I'll see a Greyhound bus or something like that every now and again, and it's like, I can't believe those still exist. I have a cat named Ollie and one named Penny, or as I call her, Winnie. That's cute. Cyprus, do you know sign language? I do not. I want to. There are a lot of languages that I want to know, and no universe in which I have the patience to learn them, which is unfortunate. Sign language would be a super cool language to know. And also, it would be cool to be like the one person who knows sign language, because I feel like that would make anybody who needed to speak in sign language very happy, and that would make me happy. But unfortunately, I don't have that kind of patience.
I has a pug named Grogu, a cat named Kitty Pet, a dog named Snoop, a dog named Kylo, a Pomeranian named Lila, and Gandalf the Rooster.
Oh, that is funny.
Oh my
Gandalf
gosh.
the Rooster. That is funny. I like that. I had a chicken named Shelob.
I had a chicken named Legs and a chicken named Toes. And a chicken named Cheeks. So clearly...
Why cheeks? Chickens don't have cheeks.
This chicken, it was one of those ones that has little puffy things on their cheek area. Oh. And she was so cute. She'd like jump on your back and stand there while you got the feed, and then she died.
As chickens do.
Yes.
My cat's name is Cat. We had a cat named Cat.
Pepsi or Coke? Did you know, interesting fact?
I don't like either of those. They're both nasty.
Interesting fact, Coke was made to be drunk warm because it was made before ice boxes were a general thing.
Well, that's kind of
And Pepsi was designed to be a cold version of Coke.
Huh.
Pretty interesting, huh?
I like Dr. Pepper.
I have a chicken named Lemon and a duck named Summer.
I don't have any chickens that I've named because they all die.
Plus, you hate chickens.
Plus, I hate chickens. The only chicken I ever loved was a chick that we hatched, like, on our, like, not, like, the hen hatched them herself. We have never had many broody hens, but we had a hen that was broody, and she hatched 2 chicks. And one of them was a little rooster, and I trained him to sit on my shoulder like a parrot. And I was very proud of this. There's an adorable picture of me, like, skinny 6 years old. Well, probably 8. Skinny 8 years old, missing teeth. So I must have been older than that. But anyways, holding this chicken on my shoulder, and I loved that chicken. And then a vulture got him.
Oh my god.
Like right in front of me. A vulture came down and ate my chicken.
Aww.
And I have never loved a chicken since.
That's sad.
I know. I trained him to sit on my shoulder.
Potato has a chicken named Henrietta Nuggets Big Bird Von Cluck. '" 'Cluck. 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 'Cluck had 3 chickens named Josephine.
Hmm.
One turned out to be a rooster. He died. An hour later, there was Josie the second. She died too. Same with Josie the third.
Look, that's what chickens do, okay? They die.
I know.
We had a rooster named Kung Fu Chicken because he tore us up and we ate him. That's what you do with chickens that are mean to you. You eat them. Draw strength from their bodies. And we had a couple chickens we named Bob, which stands for breakfast on bun. Right, clever naming schema there.
I have a dog named Zuko. That's cool.
We had a cat named Zuko because he had weird bald spots.
My aunt's chickens are named Chicken Nugget and KFC.
That's funny. We had a silky chicken who got eaten by a mink. Silkies are kind of on the small side, though.
They are.
Let's see. Will you say hi to my 1.5-year-old dash hunt? His name is Fiona, and I would love it. Hello. I thought I misread that. The chat was moving fast. I thought it said he was named Florida, and I was like, well, that's a unique name.
Oh. Do you like boba?
Boba? Yes, I do.
That boba I got at the mall was so good. It was strawberry boba.
That's cool.
And the little boba pearls actually had like real strawberry puree in them.
Oh, that's neat.
I know, it was so good.
I'm going to bring my sister boba tomorrow.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm going to get a little bit of a Sister of the Year award. I'm looking forward to it.
Yay.
I am her only sister, so
Sure
there's not a
is.
lot of competition, but nonetheless. I keep finding like little random Transformers like comic panels of Prowl, and he's a total jerk, and they're all so hilarious.
Oh my
There's
God.
one where he's like talking about people that he like murdered. He's an Autobot, but he like did war crimes. They all did, kind of. Anyways, he's like, I don't even remember who it is you're complaining that I murdered, but I guarantee you whatever I did, it was for a good reason and staggeringly farsighted. Like, the absolute pride, it's hilarious.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
just, it's beyond hilarious. I want to do some flowers. Looking at my tutorials real fast. Okay. Do you have Instagram? Nope. I don't like social media.
She's not cultured.
Which is, I'm not cultured. Which is kind of funny because I'm like a YouTuber, but I'm actually not a fan of social media. And I try to avoid using it whenever possible. Which I know is ironic.
Is Cyprus a leafwing or a hidden mix?
A hidden mix?
I don't know what that
Oh, like a hybrid? I'm a 3/4 sea wing. No, 1/4 sea wing. I'm 3/4 leaf wing.
is. You're so particular.
You're so particular. In fact, your mom.
Hey.
Oh no, I don't have reference. And I don't think I posted this on my DeviantArt. Okay. Time to check my personal chats. Sometimes I send drawings to friends. Oh no, I posted a picture of it on my YouTube. Look at me.
Why does Cyprus have purple eyes?
Why not? Why don't you have purple eyes?
He.
You're missing out. Purple eyes are one of the few joys in my life.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding. But they are fun. Okie dokie. Here we go. Copy. Besta. I'm kind of in a weird accent frame of mind right now.
Yeah, you are.
My boyfriend's dad does really funny accents when he plays board games with us, so he always reads the instructions because it's hilarious.
That's fun. Oh, Versago
Versago.
and Brett both got donations for you.
Versago and Britt both donated. Thank you all so much. You're lucky you work in a place where you can watch the live stream. Well, that's wonderful. I'm glad you're here too. I appreciate y'all's donations. That's very kind of y'all. Hey Cyprus, do you consider yourself a furry? Just wondering, since you draw mostly anthropomorphic animals. Also, what if you tried designing a few characters after songs? No, I wouldn't consider myself that. And I don't really like designing stuff off of songs, actually. Because it's like, I don't know, it's hard to do that for me. I draw whiteout so often, and the design is different every time. But she's so cute. I'm going to do some cute little flowers in this. I draw her with flowers a lot. Is your real name Cyprus? No, it is not. My mother loves me too much for that. My real name is a combination of my grandfather's and my great-grandmother's names.
Rudolph the Third.
It's not Rudolph the Third. Don't listen to this liar.
You sounded like Loki there.
She spreads nothing but falsehoods. Loki's voice is too bitter for me to properly replicate because he always just sounds furious.
Right.
In a misunderstood kind of way.
I wasn't the only thing you took from that planet that day, was it?
Great, now I'm trying to remember something Loki said and nothing's coming to mind.
Right.
I was bringing Sonic to everybody at work the other day. And I got back and I walked in and I was like, your savior has arrived! And nobody got it. They all just thought I was being weird. And I was like, it's from a movie. You know, like with Loki, he's like there and he's like killing everybody. And they're like, we don't understand. You're weird.
Oh
so
gosh.
It didn't come off very great. But I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah. Man, now I want to watch Thor. Oh. Remember when he was like crying? He's like, so I'm no more than a stolen relic locked up. Oh, it's so sad.
Very dramatic.
I'm the monster whose parents tell their children about at night. You know, it all makes sense now when you've been with Thor all these years.
You gotta say it with more like hatred and vitriol. He was mad.
Like, I'm sick, man. I can't do it right now.
If I wasn't on live stream, I would try. It's too embarrassing.
Oh, I miss Loki.
Oh my goodness.
Love,
you need therapy.
I do. I love broken villains.
I was talking about Loki the other day with someone, and they were like, I don't understand why you like him. And then they very accurately said, he's basically the Starscream of Marvel. And I was like, no, you're right. And it was like a terrible realization. I was like, why do I like him? But it was funny, though.
Because he's awesome.
Yes, dear, don't worry. I'm not leaving the cult.
Oh, Loki is my only love interest.
Mm-hmm.
After Thranduil, of course.
Oh my goodness! Get over him! I don't remember what I was watching, but that actor was in that movie, and I couldn't stop thinking about you.
Yes,
I don't know what movie it was,
good
though.
actor. He's in the new Foundation series.
I don't know what that is. Dang, I haven't watched a lot of movies recently. Nothing's coming to mind. That's annoying.
I bet I could.
You just know all his movies off the top of your head.
Yeah.
Random question. Have you heard of or do you know about who Dan TDM is? Nope. Never heard of him.
He was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Cool. Can you please tell us a childhood story about breaking a window? Well, when I was a youngling, I broke a window once. Well, I've broken windows by throwing rocks at him. I broke a car window with trying to throw a rock at my brother. I missed my brother. That's actually kind of a running theme in our family. I'll tell you a funny story, not about me. My dad, he bought a new work truck when we were very young, and if your parents own a pickup, you know that the bed of the pickup is a PlayStation. Not like a game. It's like a place where you play. I'm not a gamer. That's why I use that word like that. But it's a place where you can play wonderful games. And so we were bouncing around in the back of his truck, brand new truck, just brought it home, expensive for us. And my brother, we were playing Pirates, my brother threw a rock at me.
Oh my
like
God.
a good-sized rock, and I moved, and it hit the back window and shattered it on the day
God.
my dad bought this truck. Man, when I tell you he was mad, $800 to fix it because it was some fancy like heated, you know, for the glass to melt thing.
That's true.
He was not happy with us that day.
Yeah.
Understandably so. I wish I had not moved my leg.
Huh.
Because it wouldn't have hurt. I mean, it would have hurt, but like it wouldn't have injured me.
Yeah.
But man, that $800 repair sure hurt.
So what movie was he in?
I don't know.
It's got to be a Marvel movie. He played Ronan in all the Marvel movies.
Yes, Ronan. Because I watched Guardians of the Galaxy with my brother in the
Yes.
car the other day.
Yep.
I was desperately bored.
He's
Desperate enough to watch that movie.
He's so much better as Thread.
I forgot how like all over the place Gamora is in that movie.
I know.
She's like emotional.
Did you watched the third Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's true.
She's like mean in that movie.
Well, yeah, but I liked the ending. She was like,
I don't remember the ending.
oh, she told Will, she's like, I bet we were amazing. And he was like, yeah. And then she went back to her gang of bandits.
Oh, cool. Yeah, because she's in the Ravagers now, isn't she?
Yeah.
Dope. Can you tell us a story about how you've ever broken something like bones or something? Oh, yeah, the windows. Hang on, I'll get to that. Other than the car window, I've broken windows throwing rocks at them, like at my house. We dropped a chair on a window once, and that broke it. I touched a window once and it broke. I swear it wasn't my fault, but my mother disagreed. And I've broken some in other ways. Slamming them open. Single pane windows break very easily. As far as breaking bones, I've actually been very lucky and very blessed not to break any major bones. I've broken quite a few fingers over the years.
Didn't you break a toe skiing or something?
I've never been skiing in my life. I have
Really?
broken toes.
Who have I talked to that broke their toe skiing?
Well, none of us, because none of us have been skiing, except for my
Did you break
parents.
your toe, though?
I don't remember how I broke my toe.
Hmm.
Probably kicking something. I do that a lot.
Oh,
But
gosh.
I broke fingers, tripping, dropping things on myself, dropped a couch on my finger, ripped a nail off, and broke the finger.
Ow.
Yeah, but I maintain that that was my brother's fault, not mine.
Oh, right.
It's this argument. So I've been lucky not to break any major bones. Hopefully I can keep up with that trend. I would not be a good patient if I broke a bone.
Yeah.
Have you ever almost died? No, not really. I was like a fairly reckless child, but also fairly lucky. You know, so...
Remember when that cow stepped on your foot
Oh my goodness, yes.
and you thought your toe was like...
Breaking. Before I started wearing steel-toed boots around the cows, one of them stepped on my foot on tour. And I remember just like standing there trying not to shout in front of the whole group. She like didn't get off my toe. She was standing there. I was like, get off, dying over here. And I've been stepped on several times since then. I do wear steel-toed boots now, so it's like usually not very bad. But one time she stepped on my foot and managed to miss all the steel in my boot and hit my foot.
Oh my god.
I was like, I didn't even know that was possible. How did you do that? But she found a way. I do love her though. A cow. How many Wings of Fire books do you have? I have all of them. I have all the legends and the winglets, and I have some of the graphic novels. The graphic novels are the only thing that I don't have all of them. Someday, when when I don't need them anymore, I'm gonna gift that series to someone, and someone's gonna be very happy. Funny story. I've been meaning to do like a custom splatter brush on Krita for literally years now. And I haven't. I spend an inordinate amount of time messing with the features on the splatter brush that I use to get it to where I like, instead of taking literally 20 minutes to learn how to make a custom brush. And it's been this way for years. I can be very productive in some things, and then with other things, it's like, where would you go wrong?
I'm looking at our old chats, and there's one with you explaining how you're setting up your website, and all I put was sips salsa. What am I even doing?
Well, sipping salsa, clearly. Most embarrassing story, please. I don't remember any embarrassing stories. I don't know. Do you remember any embarrassing stories? I don't remember anything. I was just a perfect child. I was reasonably well behaved. I wasn't a terrible kid. Anyways, on the funny stories note, and speaking of broken bones, I've been given express permission by my boyfriend to tell you a funny story about him breaking some bones. When he was younger, but not young enough to excuse this, mind you. He was swinging, and you know how when you jump off swings, you jump off a swing and you land on your feet?
Oh.
Well, he did that and forgot to let go and broke both his arms doing this.
What?
I don't
real?
Yes.
Oh my
and
god.
I've joked about this too much with him. It hurts his feelings because he was like way too old for this to be an excusable mistake.
Wow.
But he gave me express permission to tell you guys. Yeah, so he broke both his arms, and it was like bad breaks too.
Wow.
Which,
that's crazy.
Yes, it is crazy. So that is hilarious. Definitely way worse than any bones that I've ever broken.
Yeah.
Sounds miserable. But there's a funny bone breaking story for you. You had a hammer fall into your face. My brother and me wanted to make a birdhouse. I was 4. My brother climbed up a tree and left the hammer on a branch and swatted it. It fell on my face. I have never been hit with a hammer, but I have hit my brother with a hammer. Full in the face. Yeah, I was young. He was young. I didn't like him. I hit him in the face with a hammer, and he's been strange ever since. No, he has not been strange ever since. But I did hit him with a hammer. Yeah. It was not the nicest thing I've ever done to him. In fact, it was pretty far down on the list. I love the color palette that I used for the background of this meme.
This is cute, yeah.
Yeah. I draw whiteout different literally every time I draw her, which I think is kind of funny. Your ankle is currently broken, and one time you broke your 2 front teeth, and your sister thought you were laughing until she saw blood everywhere on my knees and mouth. Also, I hit my brother with a rock. My siblings have had a lot of strange injuries. My sister broke a leg when she was 4. She knocked out 4 of her front teeth when she was 3. She didn't have front teeth for like a long time. Long enough that to this day she still eats funny because like
Really?
she didn't have front teeth. She eats apples from the side with her molars. Have you ever seen her do that? She'll eat them like this.
That's
It's
odd.
very strange. But she didn't have teeth, you know? So it's like just her habit.
Yeah.
We sang All I Want for Christmas is My 2 Front Teeth to her every year until she hated us.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Well, it's hilarious. My brother was a sickly child. no breaking bones, but he was sick all the time.
Yeah.
Got life-flighted to a hospital one time. That kind of sick. Not like had the cold.
Yeah.
Sick. My 2 youngest brothers have been healthy as horses, though.
I wonder why.
It's all that okra.
Yeah, right?
Oops, wrong layer. You accidentally broke one of your sister's fingers? Huh.
My dad tells me the story about him and his twin brother. They were in a, I don't know, they were at their house. They had a pool. Anyway, there was like a big wasp nest, like one of the really big ones. And it was hanging in a tree. And my dad had the bright idea, and he's like 3 minutes older than his brother, so obviously he, thinks he's better. He had the bright idea to throw a rock at this
Oh my goodness.
wasp nest.
Oh my goodness.
They all started swarming his
Yeah.
brother.
No.
And he was running away from them, and he ran toward the house, and he was so frantic that he
Poor
ran
kid.
through the screen door.
Oh my goodness. Through the screen door? No. Oh, that's bad.
I know.
Somebody asked how my boyfriend and I met. They need a romance novel. I've been told it's kind of cute. We met. He knew my brother before he knew me. His mom knew my mom, and he knew my brother, and so we kind of met because they knew each other. He asked me to date, if that's what you're asking. We were at church together, and he asked me to pray a prayer called the Rosary with him, which we did. And then he asked me to court, which is, and everybody makes fun of me for this. It's an older-fashioned type deal. It's similar to dating, but there are more specific rules involved. It's a little bit older-fashioned, a little bit more proper. And people just love to make fun of me for it, but I like it. Works out very well. So that was how that happened. But as far as meeting, that was more of like, he knew people that I knew. But we also kind of met because we started going to the same church, so. Not like a shockingly long story. I keep trying to use my pen on my mouse pad, and shocking, it's not working.
Oh my God.
Yes, I am a Christian. I'm Catholic. The fish are coming. Cyprus, I have a random question. Do you color on the same layer as your line art or on a layer below? Definitely a layer below. For sure. Maybe if I was doing like a more painted style, I would do it on the same layer, but not for me. It'll mess your line art all up. It'd be a pain in the butt. Nothing wrong with having a bunch of layers. That's what I do most of the time. Sometimes I do art pieces with like dozens of layers, the more complicated stuff. Gets confusing to keep them all apart. Whew. Interesting about how my boyfriend and I met. The priest at the mass, the priest who did the mass that we kind of met at, was like one of our biggest fans before we even got together. It was very interesting. Apparently once we got together, he was like, finally, which I think is cute. He's still one of our biggest fans, which is very sweet. Always nice when you've got that kind of backup.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's zoom out and see what we're looking like. Oop, I got stuck on the chat. I haven't seen anything people have been saying. What's your favorite animal that you've ever owned? When I was little, I had a cat named Skitters, and she lived for so long.
Oh.
And then Skitters was run over, and that was very sad. Skitters was probably my favorite. I also had a dog. I had a dog named Ruby. She was my dog for like 10 years. It's the first dog my family got. And they let me name her and her brother. And of course I named him Max and Ruby, which is a kids TV show that I was very into. And we got rid of Max because he was wild and crazy. And we kept Ruby forever. She was the best dog. And she just got old. Well, she didn't die of old age. She would have if the neighbor hadn't run her over. Yeah. Her or Skitters. I miss them both dearly.
That's sad.
You're sad.
You're sad. You're the one keeping me from watching Ruby.
Oh my goodness. I'm about to end. I'm almost done. School stories, maybe? Well, I was homeschooled, so a lot of my school stories are basically family stories. I did go to a co-op, though, which is like where you meet together with a group of families. Well, at least mine is. Every co-op's different. But you meet together with a group of families and do school together. And I am legendarily the worst student we ever had at co-op. And I'm not kidding. I teach now. I've been teaching for like 5 or 6 years. And my mother still, to this day, she's one of, I guess, the board of directors, kind of like the in-charge head honchos, because we've been there the longest. So she's kind of in charge of the group. So at all the, back to school meetings, when we're introducing the new moms, and she does this every year. She's like, don't worry, your kid, can't possibly be worse than my kid. Guess what she did? And then she airs all my terrible school habits from when I was a kid.
Oh my
God. I have changed. I've grown. I'm better now. But I never read any of the books for like 3 years. I didn't read a single textbook. Lied on all the tests. Cheated all the time. I did terrible. Still failed. I was the only kid to fail my own parents' class. Both classes for repeated years in a row for the same offenses. The only class I ever put effort into is writing because that was like worth my time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and that went on until like 10th grade. And then I finally changed my ways. It was not good. and I kind of deserve to be made an example of, but she gotta do it at every teacher's meeting. And then she'll be like, but don't worry, look, she's gotten so much better. And it's like, thanks, Mom. So that would be like my interesting school stories, I guess. Yeah. Only that I was a terrible student. I've gotten better, though, I will say. Cyprus, I just wanted you to know you're my favorite YouTuber. That's very sweet of you. Oops. It'd probably help if I drew on the correct layer. It's been known to help people. Please don't end the stream. I do have to end soon. I'm almost done with my drawing, so when I finish, I'll probably call it quits. Because it is very important to me that I watch season 4 of Ruby. Season 3, it hurt. And I must have closure.
Trust me, there ain't no closure.
You still have mini drumsticks?
I do.
Yes. Not after tonight, you won't.
Eek.
Stars are so hard to draw. I can draw a whole dragon, but stars are difficult.
Yeah.
Quick question, have you ever, or will you sell bases? I'm actually working on putting some bases together right now. I'm like halfway through. That's why I say I want to have an Etsy soon. Because gotta have somewhere to sell them. I want to do like keychains and stuff too, but you gotta find a manufacturer and then you gotta do all the shipping, so that's a project for another day. Cyprus, can I send you fan art on Discord? I've seen you on the Towns of Peace Discord. I am not on any servers, so if you've seen anybody who's called Cyprus on a server, it is not me.
True.
I'm not very active on Discord. I use it to communicate with like 2 artist friends of mine, and that's it. So if you've seen me on a Discord, it is not me. It is an imposter.
Man, I miss my Loki era.
I'm back in mine.
Oh, there's so much to do, so little time. My Peter Pan era is hovering right now.
You never left your Peter Pan era.
I
Don't lie.
didn't.
No.
Honestly.
Yeah. You've been in love with Peter Pan since you were born, probably.
I have.
You came out the womb loving Peter Pan.
Yes.
Strange child.
My sister was like, "Do you really think he's your favorite?" When I was like 4, and I was like, "Yeah." My sister loved Legolas. I had better taste. I liked Peter Pan.
I don't know what universe you're living in. There is no universe where Peter Pan outdoes Legolas. I'm not a Legolas fan, but come on.
Oh, yes.
Be honest with yourself.
I am. Peter Pan is so jealous.
Oh my goodness.
Who doesn't want to be taken to Neverland?
Me.
I've always wanted to have a guy take me away to Neverland. And never grow up. That sounds very fun.
Yes, you can link fan art in the comments. I usually see it, and you can also mention me in a video. I see that less because I forget to check, but I do try.
Nerd.
I'm not a nerd. You're a nerd.
No, I'm not. I prefer the term geek.
Okay. All right. I think this drawing's about done.
Nice.
Let me export it. Huh. Well, that's cute. That's a good night's work. Alrighty then. Ruby as in RWBY, yes indeed. Abigail's into it, and I really like it. Are you running out of poses? Not an offensive question, just want to know. I don't know, not really. I mean, I found the ones that I liked. Hey, this is still going. Hey, Smokescreen. That was a quick D&D session. It's actually about to be done. You caught the tail end. I just finished my drawing. Hey, Ginger. It looks very nice. I'm quite happy with it. I'm going to hang out for a few more minutes and then go. Oh, Ginger. You need love. Who's a good dog? Do you use a drawing tablet? If so, what one? I use a XP Pen Star Series G64OS. Good tablet. Reasonably cheap. It's not a screen tablet. Bought it for $40 when I got it. It's like $50 now or something. Great tablet. Mine's lasted me like my whole YouTube career, like 3 or 4 years. And it's, you know, breaking. I do have another one that I bought, but I just haven't opened it yet because this one still works great. Pen for the tablet fell apart. Actually, mine did too. I did have to get another pen, but I also dropped my pen like 1,000 times, and you're not supposed to do that. So that could have something to do with it. Ah, the D&D session did not go well. Ooh, it's rough to hear.
Yes.
Cyprus, are you able to do any accents?
Yeah.
Not well. I can do a real good country accent. Not as country as some people get. But
Round here we ride our cow up there to work.
okay.
We eat some barbecue and
Okay, hers is bad. There's also a lot of different country accents. And it's harder for me to get into it in my YouTube because it's a much slower kind of vernacular. It's a lot more drawn out, and you draw on the A's. Everything becomes an A. And it's not quite southern. Well, I also know people who have like just a thick country accent, and you can barely understand what they're saying. It's funny.
That's true.
So I got a reasonably good country accent, and it gets worse when I listen to country music. I recorded a video the other day, and I started out kind of in this accent, and as I got toward the end, I was getting more into my country accent, and it was kind of funny. I was editing it today. I do a reasonably good British accent. Can't get into it right now. I'm still in my country accent. Let's see. The thing about Loki.
No matter how much you claim to love me, you can never have frog giants on the throne of Asgard.
No matter how much you claim, my British voice always goes higher. So he's like, "Oh, how dare you!" Stuff like that.
Give me some tea and
My Australian accent dissolves into British. I can kind of try, but then it always ends up being British or country. It's not very good. My brother does an incredible French accent,
Really?
but not a real one, a Pink Panther one.
Oh yeah.
This kid, oh my goodness, amazing Pink Panther
Remind me
French.
what the bake is? You drive?
I would like to buy
keep in
a
practice.
hamburger. It's hilarious.
I like to keep in practice.
Sometimes I do like accents at work, and then I have to like bring myself back into regular language.
I would like to buy a hamburger.
It's funny too, because when I talk like in a British accent, you really enunciate the words a lot clearer. You talk
That's a
more
certain type of
sophisticated,
British
like
accent.
I know, yeah.
It's not
It's like a
like that,
movie
like-
British accent. It's like, yeah.
not
I actually
like that.
know a lady from England. Her
Really?
accent is delicious to listen to.
That's
We go to the same church, and I like to talk to her just to listen to her fancy sounding accent. And then my country accents, you know, you slur a lot more of your words because it's like a much
Round
chiller.
here we ride cows and we got a bunch of broken bones.
There's a specific phrase that always gets me into my country accent, and I do it on tour. It's like, in this yellow building over here, and that like gets me in my, because yellow, that's very much a country slang word.
Funny.
Please talk to me, Cyprus. I'm your biggest fan. All right. Well,
down in the holler.
I guess we gonna be moving on. I got anime to watch. I don't think anime should be said in a country accent. That's sacrilegious.
I got some babies to watch.
You will lick the hardwood floor in exchange for you not to end the live. Well, sorry, dude.
Lick that
That will
floor,
not
creature.
stop me. I'm unstoppable. You'll never make me stop.
I am inevitable.
I am inevitable. Where's that
I
from? Oh, that's
am
Thanos.
Iron Man.
I am Iron Man. All right. Well, thank y'all for coming out today.
Yay,
Really appreciate
guys.
y'all's support. Hope everybody has a fabulous rest of their evening.